Hope you guys can see my screen.
Yes, yes.
All right, let's
Yeah, we
get
can see it. You can see your
right.
screen.
All right, let's get started. So I'm going to delete this. Supposed to be among what we're going to do today. So for now, before we reach there, I'm deleting that. So here someone is joining the call. I should find a plugin for this, something that will just accept the call automatically for me instead of going to and fro. Okay. Wow. Okay, let me just do this. Okay, let me just do this like that. Let me share my. Right. I think it's better this way. I think it's
Hello.
better this way.
Hello, Sonji. Can you? Hello.
Yeah, I can hear you. What are you saying?
Hello, sir.
Hello, I can hear you.
Hello, sir.
I can hear you, Emmanuel. Yeah,
Hello.
I think Emmanuel is having a bad network.
Can you please just zoom? Can you please zoom in this? Okay, 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 okay. I've seen that. I've seen it now. I just want to tell that you can zoom this so we can see clearly.
Yeah, I can zoom this. I can zoom it.
I
Okay.
said. Thank you.
So in the last class, what we did was kind of like a recap of the modules we did, but since we were unable to get all that property back, we're going to do everything today again. Okay, since we were unable to get the recordings and a lot of people are going to be left behind due to that fact. So first off, I think I'll be deleting some this node modules folder. I'm going to delete it. Okay, where's my delete? Delete. Move to recycle bin. Okay, someone wants to join the call. Mates. Okay. Alright. Deleting my node modules. Continue. Yes. And I'm also going to delete my package log and package.json. Move to recycle bin. Okay. Continue. It should delete soon enough. Because of the node modules folder, there's some packages in there, that's why it's delaying to delete. Okay. Hmm. Really a lot in that node modules. Okay, so before that finish deleting, so what I said last class is this, that modules are just files in node.js. Okay, they are just files in node.js. So this file you are seeing is a module, this one is a module, they are just modules. Okay, and all these modules contain certain programs we can use in another module, right? So I can use maybe the program here in my names, or use the names program here and use it in Olamide. Okay, so going through this briefly, what we first did was we created this. This is what we first did. We first created some variables, cons name one, something like this. is equal to const name1 is equal to John. And like I said, this is going to be the last time we are going through all this since we lost the previous recording. So this is the last time we're going through this. So please pay attention and follow along. So name 2 is equal to lorem, just like that. And we did this. We said const greet user, right? It returns this. This is an array function, just like that. Okay, and we are logging out this. We are logging out our name, just like that. And over here, we want to call this function. We want to invoke this function. So we do a greet user, just like that, and save it. Then we'll come down to our terminal and do this node app, because that's the name of our file, right? Node app. I can add it .js or not, it's totally optional. So I'm getting undefined for a reason. Yes, I did not pass in my argument, so it's accepting one argument, right? So which is what, name1. So save it, come back here and run this node app, run it. I'm logging out what, John, to the console, right? That's because our name1 is John. And same thing, log out lorem, right? I think I can do something like this, which is false because I'm only passing on one argument. I can't do that. So I'm going to say greet user, and then what, name 2. So if I do my node app, so I'm getting John and I'm getting Lauren back, right? I'm getting John and I'm getting Lauren back from my app. Sorry. Okay. So what we did is this. We took all these variables out to demonstrate how we use modules, right? That's what we did. We took all these variables and put them into separate functions. So if you check this out, this main.js here, if someone wants to join the call, admit. So if you check out this main.js where I did some of this, okay, this one is not supposed to be here, right? Okay, not the main.js. I already used the module here. What I want to show you is these names, right? So what I want to show you is these names. You can see we have these two variables just like in the app.js here, right? We have two name variables, right? First name and the second name. Same thing here. That's what we did. Then we're exporting out using this module.export, right? Module.export, what this does is that it takes this two name variable, right, and export it for us so we can use it anywhere we wish to use it. And we're structuring out this John and Mary here, right? because that's what we want to take out, right? That's what we want to take out. So we're destructuring them. Okay, so we can use it anywhere we want to do. And then we did the same thing for the function. Okay, we have great user, so it's just the same thing here. Okay, I think it's proper, that's the file name exactly, right? So this function is the same thing here, right, and here. I hope you guys are getting me. I hope you guys are getting me, right? It's just like
Yes,
we're taking
yes, we are
this.
following. We are following. We
All
are
right, thank you.
following.
So it's just the same. The function here is same thing as this. Okay, we took out that and brought it separately into this proper or proper.js file, right? And then we exported it out like module.export equals greeting. So we're exporting this greeting, right, so that we can use it anywhere we want to use it. And then we came back to this main.js, right? We say const names, right, is equals to require dot forward slash name. This dot forward slash is just like saying from the current directory, right? You can see this main.js and names, they are in the same file. They are in the same folder, right? In the same folder. So dot forward slash meaning from the current directory. I want you to get names for me. And you can see the highlight is coming up, right? See users, Lenovo desktop, NODEJS bootcamp, like that, names. It's getting the showing me the highlights. So meaning to tell you, I'm trying to get the directory. Okay. So what this require does is just like importing. It's just like importing. That's what this require does. Just like saying import names for me. Okay. So it's importing these names that I exported here, so I can use it here. That's what is happening. Okay. So same thing for these grids, right? So I exported my grids from these properties, right? I exported it here and I'm getting it here in the main. I want to use it here. That's what I want to happen. Okay, I want to get it. I want to be able to import that function for me from dot forward slash proper. Okay, so then I went ahead and set and console log what names.john and names.mary. The reason why I'm not just doing a console log John or Mary is because these John and Mary are contained like in these names now, since I exported it out from this file, right, from the names module, right? So it now contains in this name variable, it now contains those names for me. Right, so I'm doing names.john and names.mary because you see that those are the two names we have here, John and Mary, right? So I'm getting them here. So I'm saying names.john and names.mary. Okay, so I'm logging them out. So this function here, my great user, I'm invoking it, right? And what I want it to do, I passed it, I gave it one argument, my proper, right? It's having only one argument here, right, which is the names. Okay, so I'm getting those names, right, dot John Mary. So I'm calling that function over here. That's what I'm doing. So to demonstrate, let's go ahead and run this main.js. So we should expect those names. So I'm going to clear out my terminal first. Okay, so then I'm going to do my node main.js, just like that. And we should get our desired. Okay, we're having an error. What's the issue? Let's see. Trying to scroll up my terminal. Someone wants to join. Okay, let me zoom out for a minute. My scroll bar is not coming out. Why is my scroll bar? Let me hide this thing, it's blocking me. Okay, I'm seeing what internet error. Okay, this weird. Okay, what's going on? Okay, delete permanent. Alright, okay. So I'm getting internet error. I'm getting this module CGS whatever. Cannot find module C. What module C users main.gs. It's telling me it cannot find this. Oh, I misspelled the module. Instead of mains, that's the name and not main. It's mains. There's an extra s. Mains.gs. Sorry, node mains.js, like that. Okay, just like that. Let me zoom back in. So you can see we are having John Lorem, Mary Ibson, and hello dear John, hello dear Mary. Right, we are having that here. So if we go back here and check these names, right? So let's see what the names we are having there. We're having John Lauren and Mary Ipsum, just like in the console, like John Lauren, Mary Ipsum. And if we go back to our proper, we're going to see that we are having this hello dear, right? Hello dear, then the name is what we're getting, right? Using the template literal. So here is getting the value of the name for us. Hello dear John Lauren and Mary Ipsum. So we can see it's running perfectly. Okay, that's just the module for us. Okay, that's just the module for us in simple terms. And here, just like I said, that is the reason we're using names and just a minute. Okay, so the reason we are using names.join is because it's contained in this what names variable, right? The module is contained in this names variable. So if you don't want to do it like this using names.john, names.mary, you can go ahead and destructure it directly. Okay, this is the other way to do it. You can do const like that, and you can do John, okay, and Mary, just like that. You can do John and Mary is equal to require, okay, require from what dot forward slash names, just like that. Okay, so I can go ahead and comment this out. Okay, and to demonstrate first, let me show you the kind of error you will get if I go ahead and do node means.js first of all. So we are going to get a weird error telling us what names is not defined. Okay, so now names is not defined because we are no longer using this variable. So if I do this, delete this, right, delete this and delete this. So if I go ahead and run it, so node app, sorry, mains, we're in the mains.js, just like that. So you can see our code is perfectly running. Okay, so you can either destructure it like this or like this or use it like this. So it's your choice. Either way, it's your choice. Okay, but I'm going to reverse it back to the names dot John and names dot Mary. All right. So finish deleting our node module and our package locks.json, right? Package locks.json on our node module. So what I want to show you is how to create this package.json and what is the use of that package lock.json. So what we did is this: we did npm init dash y, meaning I want to create it by default. Okay, so if I go ahead and do this, it's going to create a package.json for us. So if you go here, you can see that we have our package.json. All right, and this is how it looks like. Package.json. This is how it looks like. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do this. In order to create our package log.json, we're going to install something called what nodemon. So what nodemon does exactly is, instead of us running our npm, instead of us running node app.js all the time or node mains.js, all we're going to do is run it once, and anytime we make changes to our code, it will run automatically. So I'll go ahead and do npm install nodemon like that. So it will install in some seconds. Just wait for it. Alright, so our nodemon is installed, and if we go here, you can see our package log.json file has been created for us. You can see that, and has this dependency, right? Nodemon. Okay, it has our nodemon dependency. So can you see that? And what this package log.json does is help us keep tracks of the versions, right? The versions of the modules we installed, right? It helps keep the version of the packages we install. Okay, so you might have created an app in 2015, for example, and then later on you're trying to run that app with an updated version of the package you used, and you might get weird bugs and all that. But when you check your package log.json, you're going to see the exact version which was installed. Just like here is 2.0.21, just like in the package.json right here. Okay, so once you check that, you see the version, then you can just change it here and run your application. Okay, simple done. And then you can see our node module has been created. So what I'm going to do next is install express npm express. So I is the same thing as install express. So give it a few seconds and it will install. So I hope you guys are with me. Hello guys. Hello. Okay, Express is installed.
Yeah, yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
Yes, we are with you.
All right. All right. So Express is installed, and now we're going to do what? So I created a git ignore here, right? Where we ignore our node modules. Because if we are pushing everything to Git and we're to GitHub and we're pushing with our node modules, it will take time because of some dependence. Some packages come with other packages, like we other packages. Like you see, we just install what Express and NodeMon, and you can see there are a lot of other packages. So when you commit this, you'll be seeing 8k, 10k like files to be committed, right? So that's why we ignore this. So when you clone it and want to use it, all you need to do is run npm install and it will install all the dependencies for you. Okay, so the other thing we did was to what? Okay, the other thing we did was how to create a server, right? That's the other thing we did, to create a server. Is that okay? How to create a server. So
Please, how do you create the git ignore?
you, how do I what?
How do you create the git ignore?
I'm sorry, I can't hear you. How do I do what?
How do you create the git ignore? Git ignore.
Oh, the git ignore. All I did was
Yeah.
this. Okay, let me delete this one and create it again. Okay. After a second, yes. So you can see it's deleted. All I did was do this. Created a new file and named it what? Dot git ignore. So you see, without the git ignore, look at this, my version control. You can see 783 files to be committed, but I don't want that. Okay, so this is the use of the git ignore. So enter. So I'm going to do what? My node modules. I want it to ignore my node modules. Save it. So you can see my version control. So now I just have 11 files to commit. You can see that. Okay, that's how I created the git ignore. It's very easy to create, no big deal. Okay, I hope you got that. So I'm going to
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thanks.
install http. All right, so let's create a server with http. So I'm going to do my const http is equal to what? Require, just like that, from what? http, just like that. And we're going to do a const host name, which is totally up to you. 27.0.0.1, and I'm going to do a const port is equal to what? 5000, and I'm going to do a const server is equal to what? http dot not agent, dot create server. Okay, http dot create server, and we're going to have a request and response. Okay, so we're having what? Callbacks. Okay, then I'll do that, return. Then I'm going to do a response dot what? Status code equal what? 200. If you're familiar with status codes, you don't actually have to put that there, it's really up to you. So 200 means okay, everything is alright. So I'm going to do a response dot set header, just like that, and I'm going to make it like this: content type. Alright, should be what? UTF-8 encoding, just like that. UTF-8 is an encoding. Okay, so, and I'm going to do this a response, just like this: response dot end. Okay, so, and I'm going to do this: server dot listing. Okay, so our server is going to be listening on this port. Okay, so server dot listing, then it's going to return our what? We're going to pass in our what? Our port, and this, just like that. Okay, and I'm going to do this and this. Okay, so now I'm going to log this out. Okay, server. Okay, I have an error here. Just Control Z this. So I'm going to use this template literal server is running on port. Okay, not ports. I would have said running on port directly, but I'm using a host name here, so I'm just going to do a little of http like that, slash. Okay, then this host name, just like that, and this, where is like that, then ports, just like that. So I'm going to go ahead and run this using node mon. So I'll do node mon app, just like that. Okay, so our server is running on local host. Okay, so this is funny. I'm going to do this. So save it. Alright, that's better. Okay, so I'm going to open up my browser and do this. Localhost 5000. Okay, write something to it. Press dot write and like that. Into it again. I think our server refreshed. So localhost 5000. Okay, why is my server not responding? What's the problem? Localhost 5000. Oh, I think I had this before. Working on this, let me close that. Maybe that's the reasons, but that shouldn't be anyway. Localhost 5000. Someone is joining the call. Alright. Okay. I don't get why my response is why my server is not coming on. Let me turn that off. Localhost 5000. There's something wrong with my code. Like my server is not coming up. Okay, let me check the code we used in the last video. Yeah, was it? Okay, this is it. Port setup. So yes, we did require we did a status code. We did a this is the same code. I'm going to copy this. And I'm just going to paste it. I don't even know what my error initially is. So let me use this and see. Strangely, it's working. So I don't know what I did here, why the previous server is not working. So let me just go ahead and Ctrl Z this. Use my own code. Let me compare both code. Like I wrote both code, but strangely getting an error. Okay. I have my require. You asked me to spell something. My port is the same. My server request response. Okay. Sorry, I'm just trying to trace what I did wrong previously here. Oh, I think I know what I did wrong exactly. So when I did my response dot end, I didn't give it anything, right? I think that was it. It was just a response dot end. So let's do this and see what happens. I didn't pass anything to my response dot end. Okay. So this should work. Alright, yes, and it's working. That was the mistake. The mistake I did was I was not doing anything here. Okay, that was why the code just suddenly broke. Okay. So I want to do this. I want to show you something I was explaining in the other class, right? Okay, so I'm going to do this. I'm going to end this, and I'm going to do something like this. So if this, I'm just going to put it here. I'm just going to do an if statement, and this, what I want to do is like a simple routing, right? Just a simple routing. I just want to demonstrate something to you. So if I say if my request.url is triple equal to what, a page, okay, then I want my response dot end just like that to do this. Hello, I'm a page. Okay, so if I can just do an else if actually, so else if just like that, my request.url is triple equal this forward slash another page. Okay, then you should do what, response dot end, oh, like that. Okay, so another page. Okay, so I want to get rid of this. So if it's not any of that, you should do this. It should say what, page does not exist. So if you show me this page does not exist, that's what I want to get from it. Okay, so I'm going to zoom out, go here, I'm going to zoom in, so I'm going to refresh this. So it's telling me page does not exist because I'm not navigating to anything. Okay, it does not exist, so I want to navigate to forward slash page just like that. So I'm getting hello, I'm a page. So if I navigate to another page, like that, so so my server is down for some reason, and I expected that. Okay, just wanted to demonstrate it for you because you might run into something like that. So server is throwing error, unhandled error anyway. So it's saying right after end, like error stream right after end, right? It's writing after an end and it's not supposed to happen. That's what it's trying to tell me. So the reason is because I did a response.end and a response.end and a response.end. So if I'm ending a response and I want to start it, right, so it will give me an error. I'm ending and I'm using another ending, so I can't just start another response because I've ended it already. So the way to fix this is to do write like this, okay, and also dot write like this. Save it. So my server have refreshed. So now if I run this, okay, refresh it. Okay, another page. Did I not spell that correct? Forward slash another page. Let me copy the name in. Okay, another page, right? Like that. I'm still getting page that not exist, and I'm supposed to be getting what? I'm supposed to be getting
Done.
another page. What are you saying?
The full stop.
Full stop where? Oh, here. Okay, sorry, I get it. That's okay. So this should run now. So you can see I'm getting what? Another page. Another page, and I'm getting page does not exist, which is not supposed to happen. Okay. So I'm going to add this in else, okay, so that I don't get this when I start run, just like that. So I'm adding that in else. Okay. Okay, yes, I'm now doing that. It will stall my server. So I will just leave it as this and change this to an if, just like so. Okay, save it. So now okay. So let's start from scratch. Localhost 5000, so the page does not exist. So localhost / what was the first one? Page. Okay, so I'm getting hello, I'm a page and page. Wait, this is not supposed to be happening. What did I do wrong again? Let's see for the another page. It's still getting it, and our server is not crashing, but I think I did something to my code. I'm not supposed to be getting this response unless I'm accessing a page that does not exist. Page does not exist. Noise extra. Request response status code. If this, I don't think anyone of them is in each other. Okay, just a minute, guys. Let me see something. Okay, I didn't do the same thing here. Okay, what is going on is this is going to take our time, so I'll just figure out what the problem is, what I did wrong, and I'll share the solution this time around. Not bluffing. I normally say I'll share the solution and end up not sharing it, but this time around I will share the solution. Okay, so I don't know why this is not supposed to be showing me this I'm another page, or this hello I'm a page, and still give me page does not exist. It's supposed to happen only when I'm trying to access a page that does not actually exist. Okay, so this is how to create a simple server with HTTP. Okay, this is just how to kick up your server. And another thing I did was I said you can do this. You can actually add HTML into your code just like that. The H1. So I can do the H1 just like that, and then access my page here. Okay, you can see now I'm the H1 is coming up here, and this bug is still coming up here, so I don't know. I'll fix that later. Alright, you can actually embed your HTML in there. So let's not waste more time. We've wasted too much time on the server already. So I hope you are clear on this, guys. Did I guys? Okay, I think we are clear. Right? Alright.
Hello? Hello?
Yes, Emmanuel.
Uh, Please, I want to ask you a question about this creating server.
Okay.
This place where you input UT 8. I will go again. Please, can you zoom
UT,
in?
okay, where
Can you
are
zoom
you
in? Let me just check
encoding?
some.
Why I use UTF-8 when I did
Yes.
this when
Yeah,
I
some
did
server I checked, they don't use UT.
they don't use.
Okay, let me see.
Sorry, I can't hear you saying some server don't do what. Hello. Let me get what you are saying. You said some server don't do what.
Hello?
You said some server don't do what.
It's better. Hello?
These are top question. How I use the password of this access okay. This
Hello?
content type.
Hello, can you hear me?
I can hear you now. Hello.
Maybe what he's trying to say is that some server don't use
Hello.
UTF, they use test slash plain or HTML.
They use what?
Like plain slash HTML or text slash HTML, something
Yes.
like that.
Yes. You can use that too. It's just that when you do that, you are trying to tell it, okay, what I'm expecting is plain text, or what I'm expecting is a HTML file. Okay, what you're doing is trying to
Okay.
tell it this kind of file I'm expecting. Okay, like
Uh,
that. Okay, are we clear on that? Are we clear
Yes,
on that?
yes.
Can we move on, or
so
Yeah, we
I'm
can.
trying to run the Nodmo app that you talk
okay,
about,
you
but my
installed
own
it now?
is not working. It
What does
said
it tell you?
dash Nodmo cannot be found.
What
Command not found.
what cannot be found?
Dash Nodmo cannot be found.
Nodemon. We are getting bash nodemon cannot be found.
Cannot be
So you are
found.
using
Command
git
not
bash.
found.
You
Yes.
are you in the same directory you installed the nodemon?
Yes.
It is in the same directory. Something must be wrong. It's supposed to work just
And
fine.
that's the place I installed the HTTP, and that's the place I installed the
And the
npm.
HTTP is working perfectly.
Yes, I installed it. It's installed. It says everything that your own was showing. As you are doing it, I
So
was doing it, but
wait,
my own, when it
let
comes
me
to
show you
it's not
something
bad.
quickly. When you are running this, let me create another terminal, a new terminal. So when you are running
Okay.
nodemon, what you do is like this: nodemon, then the name of the app you are running, The name of the
Ah,
file you are running, the name of the module you are
okay.
running. For example,
Yes.
mains.gs, like that. Is it what you did?
I only wrote app, but I didn't put JS.
Yeah, there's no need for the JS. It's optional. I can run it like this. It will work.
But it didn't work. It's telling me not command not one.
Okay, what you do is, please right now send me your error to the group. I'll be checking it on my phone. Send it to me right now.
Okay.
Let's see what's going on. Okay, send your
Alright.
error to the group
Okay,
right
okay.
now.
Let me snap it now.
All right. So anyone else has any question, or are we clear and we can move on? Guys, can we move on?
Hello?
Yeah, I can
I
hear you.
sent. Hello?
Yes, I can hear you.
I sent it.
All right.
Hello?
Yeah, I just received it. So app is the name of your file. Is app the name of your file?
Yes, yes.
Is the name of your file. Let me see it up clear. Can you snap it and send it?
Okay.
So since no one else has question here, I think we can actually move on from here. Right, so let me do this. Let me clear this out. So next up, we're going to talk about what reading and writing file. Okay, using a file stream. Reading our file stream. So in order to use that, we're going to do a const file stream, just like that. You can actually name it whatever you want. Is equal to what you require. Okay, I can see it's app.js.
Can you please zoom in?
Okay,
Hello,
sorry.
please. Can you zoom in?
Sorry, I'm zooming. So it's equal to what you require, just like that. Okay, so I'm going to do my fs. Okay, like that. So first off, we're going to write a file. Okay, so and to write a file, we're going to do this file stream dot write file sync. We're going to use write file sync, and there's a difference between this. But for the sake of those who might have issues, right, with synchronous and asynchronous programming, so before I explain the difference between the write file sync and the write file, okay, the difference between write file sync and the write file, normal write file, and also there's the read file and it is the read file sync. I'll first of all explain what is synchronous and asynchronous programming, which won't be in this class but in another class. Okay, so read file sync, then we do this, then we're going to do dot forward slash results, just like that, dot txt. We're going to write into this file. So what's going to happen is that to first check and see, does this file result.txt actually exist? But you see, this result.txt does not exist anywhere here in our current directory, right? So it's going to create it for us and write this content for us, where it is, for example, I am writing into this file. Okay, if I save it, so as you can see here, you can see result.txt, created the file for result.txt, right? And you can see the content there. I am writing into this file. Sorry for that. Sorry about that. So you can see that clearly, right? I am writing into this file. We got that. Okay, so we just wrote into the file using this line of code. So we just wrote into that file just like that. You can still add some extra something, for example, just at random, and go back to our results, and you can see that we just added the extra text into that file. Okay, so now we're going to see how do we read a file, the content of a file. So what we're going to do first of all is create a new file. Okay, I'm going to name it, I don't know, anything. .txt is a text file. Okay, I'm going to read from this text file anything.txt. Okay, and I'm going to write some things. Okay, this is just a random and sample text. Okay, just like that. Then I'm going to come over here. Then I'm going to do, there's my file stream dot read file. Let me show you something quickly. So I'm going to destructure this out just like that. Now read file. Require from what file stream. So just like I say, you can destructure it, right? So you can destructure it just like I gave the example with the names module earlier. Okay, there are two ways, so I just want to illustrate it here to show you can actually do it whichever way you wish. Okay, so my read file what is equal to const read file. I'm using a read file sync. I forgot, so I'm supposed to use this read file sync. Okay, I'm using read file sync for now. So you can see it automatically changed it to file stream, right? Automatically file stream dot read file sync before I destructured it here, right? It automatically did that for me because it didn't detect read file sync for me. Okay, so it changed it to this for me automatically, but I don't want that. Okay, I want them to destructure it so you can see you can use it however you wish. That's whenever you know the module you are going to use, so you can actually do that. So my read file is equal to read file sync, just like this, and I'm reading the file from my directory, this directory node bootcamp. So I'm going to pass in this directory, sorry, node boots, oops, node boots camp, just like that. And I'm going to do this. Then the name of that file, right? This is our, and what is the name of the file? So we said anything.txt, right? / oops, like that, anything.txt, just like that. And here is the encoding. Okay, this is just a list of encoding: ACII base64, base64 URL binary, UC, whatever, a lot, but you're using the UTF-8. Okay, UTF-8 encoding, just like that. Alright, that's what we're doing. So I'm going to go ahead and log this out to the console. Log. So I'm going to use this login instead. My read file. Read file. Oh, my file. Like that. So Control S. Okay, I'm getting an error. From where? No such file or directory open. / node bootcamp anything.txt. So let's see, I might have misspelled something. Anything. Oh, I did not add a dot here. I think this should be it, if I'm not wrong. I think that should be it. Okay. Okay, that's not it. That's not it. So what did I do wrong here? Verify node bootcamp. My notebooks. Okay. Oh. Okay, sorry guys, just a second. Give me a few moments. Let me look at this code. What did I? Alright. Oh, good. Okay. And it. Wait. Need to debug this right now. Great file. Sorry guys, sorry. Trying to figure out what I did wrong. Because it's telling me directory is not open. No such file or directory. It's like telling me this directory does not exist. That's like what I'm actually getting from this. about that, guys. Let me pause this recording. Olatobi, thanks for the debugging. We fixed that. So because we're already in the directory, putting that gives us an extra error. So I think now we can move on. Oh, that was some debugging. Okay. Thanks for the help. Okay, so you can see now this is just a random and sample text. I didn't even spell my sample right. Right, and that is the same content in what our anything.txt. So is someone trying to join call? Oh, let me zoom out. Okay, no one is joining. So you can see that is the same text. Let me spell my sample correctly. Save this. So this is it. We are reading into our file. Okay, we are reading from our file, just like that. So this is how to write into the file, and this is how to read into the file. As simple as that. And if I don't put this UTF-8 encoding, oops, this is what's going to happen. You can see we're getting it in a buffer. It's not going to decode it for us, right? It's not going to decode the text for us, rather it's going to return this buffer for us. So that's why we have to use this UTF-8 encoding. Alright, so now we see we are getting our text right back as it is. Okay, so that's it for this reading or writing of let me put it somewhere here. Okay, I'm just going to log in everything here, like that, like that. And I'm going to show you something with an inbuilt module. Okay, no, before that, I saw the other facilitator touch something on paths, right? On paths. So let me share some more light on that, or let me just add some little things on that, right? So to use that part, we do the const require. I know time is going, and some of you are already getting tired. Not require const path is equal to what require. Okay, just like that. And then from our path, sorry, I need to zoom in. From our path like that, and then we're going to do a const file path, okay, like that, is equal to what path dot join. Okay, I want to join the paths together. I want to join these paths together. So what I want to do is this. I want to do my node. So this time around, hopefully no error using this node, not node 1, node bootcamp. Sorry. So node like that, then like this. We're going to join this sample folder. Okay, we want to join them together. Inside this sample folder, we have some sample text inside. So there's result, there's another result in there. So we're going to use our sample folder, right? We want to join those parts together, sample, just like that, and then our our results .txt. Double break if I don't do this. Our result.txt, like this. Okay, I'm going to log out console.log. Going to use the other login method like this. So our file paths, okay, this is not capital P but small p. This file paths. So you can see I'm having them together here, node sample results.txt. Okay, this is our result. It's joining what is joining the path together for me. And if I add extra slashes, it won't affect the way it won't affect it joining my directories together. Okay, it won't affect it. So if I save this, go back, you can see I'm still getting the same thing, so it's not affecting my result. But I'm not recommending you to do that before you strangely get an error, because bugs are unpredictable, they just happen. Okay, so I can also get the biz name, right? The part biz name using this, right? Using a part.biz name. So I will do this quickly. Const biz is equal to what? Parts, like this. Okay. Is someone trying to join the call? Just a minute. No, why do I keep hearing that sound? Is equal to what? Part.biz name, like that. Okay. So our file path, since this file path is the base that we are trying to get, right? The base name, its base name is what we're trying to get. So we're going to log out the base name. Okay, like that. Then our base, save it. So right down here we can see having result.txt. So telling us result.txt is the base, right, of this file path. Okay, is the base name of this file path. Okay, now last but not the least, I want to touch, because there are other things you can check on, we'll do it later on. So is to get the absolute file path. So this time around we're going to get a complete file path. So if I do my const absolute path, just like that, is equal to what? Path dot resolve, is resolving that part for us. Okay, so I'm going to do this underscore diary name, what? Directory name. I say there's diary name, there's file name. You're doing diary name, this directory name, just like that. Okay, and then I'm going to do this. I want to get my node, like that, node bootcamp, like that, and also my sample folder. Okay, my sample folder, and then I'm going to get my what? My results.txt. Okay, let me just get this file instead, another result. Okay, let's use another result. Another results, just to show you that I'm not using this file. Okay, .txt. Okay, another result. So I'm going to log this out. Let me just break this down. Okay, so I'm going to log out to my absolute path. Absolute path. Okay, if I save this, go to my console, you can see I'm getting the full path. I see users, Lenovo desktop, node bootcamp, sample, and other result.txt. So you can see that I'm getting a full directory. I'm getting the full directory. Okay, that's what I'm getting. Full directory. So I can see what the other guy was talking about the other time. Okay, I'm getting a full directory. So with that in mind, let me show you another inbuilt, another global method, right? The OS, operating system, another global method or module package. Okay, another global package, which is the OS package. So I'm going to do my const. So we can use this OS module, right, to get some information, right, on our operating system. Okay, can use to get some info on that. So we're going to get our OS just like that, operating system. So we're going to do our const user, right? User info should be equals to what? OS. Okay, OS dot user info, like this. Okay, so if I log this out to the console, user info, I hope that does not conflict. All right, so you see we are getting a user info, getting user info for my own system. Okay, so I can go ahead and get some other information, right? Like I can go ahead and do this system properties, just like that. I'm creating an object, and I'm going to create this. I'm going to get the name of my OS, which is our name is os dot type. Okay, then I'm going to get the version. Okay, version is equal to what? Os dot version. Okay, oh sorry, I'm supposed to invoke this and also do this like that. Os dot version, and I'm also going to do total memory, right? Total memory, like this is equals to os dot total memory, total mem. Okay, that's the function. So I'm also going to do my release. Okay, is equal to what? Os dot release, like that. And I'm going to do my free memory is what? Os dot total memory. Oh sorry, not total memory, I'm using a free memory. I thought that's actually free mem, that's the function. Okay, so now I'm going to log out this. Okay, system properties. So if I save this, so you can see we are having the name Windows NT, the version Windows 10 Pro, total memory, this is my total memory, release is 10.0.19045, and my free memory, this is my free memory. And I can also get this system uptime. Okay, I can get this system uptime. So like how long my system has been running, and you're going to get it for us. So like since how long has it been up for, how long has it been running for. So I can do like a running like that, goes to what? OS dot what? Uptime. Okay, OS dot uptime. So you can see uptime. This is how long my system has been running, and it's getting it for us in seconds. Like it's in seconds. That's how long my system has been running since I powered it on. Okay, so there are a lot of other functions we can use with the OS, right? So let's see what this arc does. I want to use it myself, so let's see what it does. I think it should be like architecture, right? Yes, exactly. So we are saying x64, right? That's my system architecture. Let's try out others and see. What does this available parallelism does? Let's see. What's that? Okay. I've been getting an error, so I'm not gonna touch that. I don't know what it does. What about this? Is this one of its functions? CPUs. Okay, yeah. If I do the CPU, it's getting like the property of the CPU. Intel R. Okay, it's getting the yes, it's getting some information from me of the CPU, its processor speed, and that. So you can play around with this, get your OS details and order some details from your OS. Okay, so we're going to stop here for tonight. Alright, so we've come to the end of today's bootcamp session, and thank you all for being available and making it here.
Sorry, I want to ask something.
So you're asking if it's the same as imports. Okay, let me show you this. If I do imports, okay, and do this import OS from dot forward slash, from OS like this. Okay, let me comment this. From here you can see as if there's no error, but down here you can see what's happening. You can see we're getting this error, cannot use import statement outside a module. Okay, so if you're using import, that's the error you are going to get. So you are going to use your require the same way as saying import. Okay, so when you are using your, what do you call that, your React, right, you can use the import, no problem. But when you use the import here, you get that type of error, so you use your require instead. So hope you are clear on that.
Yeah, thank you.
Alright, any more question? Okay, I'm going to go ahead and stop this recording. So